What up, sunshine? Um, I do not have a job. I had one job interview, and they said if I hear back from them by last week, then it's a good, and if not, then I didn't get it. And it's now this week, so I did not get that. There's a potential of going back to Starbucks, which would make it the fifth time. But Kelsey's manager, I filled out the application. Kelsey's manager was hopefully going to already email everyone. He's gone to Haiti for 2 weeks, so I really hope he already sent that email out. Otherwise, tomorrow I'm going to start calling the ones around here and see if he did, and also, put in my whole thing of like, hey, I can do it. So, hopefully, dude, if I can't get a job at Starbucks with having 7 years of Starbucks experience, then there is something wrong. It sucks. I am getting depressed, I guess would be the right word for it. It's been like 2 months now, no job. Our baby's coming in 6 weeks. Very stressful. As far as, the baby's doing great. That part's good. But we can't really afford it anymore. So we just signed up for food stamps and Medicaid, which is humbling experience. We got qualified for food stamps, so cool, $200 that we don't have to pay for food. We got denied Medicaid, but only because they said we were still missing some paperwork. But family of 2.5, and we're only making like $1,000 a month. I'm pretty sure we're gonna get qualified for the government to help us pay for the rest of the baby. So hopefully that'll be good. That would give me a little bit of pressure off my shoulders. If I get the job at Starbucks, I'm just gonna stay. It's a good job. I've gone back. It would be my fifth time, so it's one of those like I'm just gonna stick it out and try to climb the ranks. I don't really foresee myself being a Starbucks manager someday, but at least supervisor, maybe assistant manager. I don't know. We'll see. Speaking of all that, Kelsey and I have pretty much decided we will be moving out of Florida. Most likely back to Vegas, possibly California, but most likely back to Vegas just because it's cheaper. But don't get too excited. It won't be for probably about 2 years. I definitely don't regret moving here to Florida. It has been so far, and I think will be a really cool experience. It's been a really fun time. Learned a lot about kind of what we want to do and stuff like that. So definitely don't regret it. I think it's been a really cool learning experience for us. So we'll probably if we're both still at Starbucks, maybe transfer out as assistant managers or something, which would be good because then we'd definitely be able to afford to have a decent life. Be able to pay for what we want, be able to go to vacations on the weekends and stuff like that. If we plan our stuff accordingly. I got an aunt that works at Disneyland, so we can go in there and stuff like that. And then the nice thing is we wanted to save up to actually come to the Disney World with our son instead of like already living here, and it's not that exciting. But if you come, make a trip out of it, that would be really cool. So that's kind of what we're talking about there. Let's see. We filmed this movie this last weekend. It's an action movie. I don't think I've ever been as sore the next day, because I've been sore from like working out and stuff. This was from my ears to my toes. Everything about me hurt so bad. I was in the movie, and I have a fight scene, and it was the day after the fight scene that I was just tore up. My chest hurt because I get hit and stuff. So that it's due, I think, in 1 week, and so I don't know if I can post it on our YouTube page before the actual, because it's for a festival. I don't know if we have to wait till after the festival, or I don't really know how that works, but it's cool. It's about fighting vampires, about two kind of losery guys that end up having to save the world. Takes place in a storage unit, not in a unit, in a storage facility, because this guy works there. So we got to film there, which is always kind of creepy, so that was pretty fun. it looks really cool so far. I haven't seen any of the fight scene stuff, but everything up to the fight scenes looked really cool, and it's funny and stuff, so that's cool. Game night. I have not worked on it yet, but I've been thinking about it. I've been talking to Kelsey about kind of characters and stuff, and I think over these next couple of days, I'm probably going to do a pass on Draft 1. Then I'll send that out to you. I'd love to hear, or I'd love to see what you have for Draft 1. We'll see if we were like totally far apart, or maybe there's some similarities, or we can see like, okay, I like this about mine, but I like this about yours, and maybe we can mesh it together and come up with an awesome one. Speaking of writing, I'm working on the idea of a new short stories series, actually kind of modeled after like a TV show. I'm going to have like 24 or 22, 23, somewhere around there, short stories that are all about one character, or kind of like a little mini group of characters that kind of go travel around investigating, I don't want to say supernatural because then you think supernatural, but investigating people with weird abilities, kind of like a mixture of, hero, supernatural, a little bit of Doctor Who, kind of fun stuff like that. But the idea is, it's short stories, but every short story is kind of like an episode. So it's kind of this bigger picture, but there's kind of freak of the week type stuff and everything. Because short stories are a lot easier to write. They're not as big and committing, but if I finish it and I have 22 of these short stories, that ends up being an actual, big book, which would be kind of cool. It's kind of a new way to think about writing stuff. So, yes, our anniversary was yesterday. I mean, we didn't really do anything because we don't really have the money, so we went to Chipotle for lunch, which we haven't been able to go to Chipotle in a while, so that was nice. And then we went out to Epcot, because when we have the season passes, why not? We went out to Epcot. We actually went to a couple places we've never been to yet, so that was kind of fun. Got some picture with some characters and stuff like that, so it was a pretty nice little night. It was really simple, but it was nice. Let's see. Watched Transformers a couple weeks ago. I like it the best of the three, but I mean, if you hate Transformers, then you're gonna hate this one. It's exactly the same stuff, but I liked it. About to buy our tickets to Harry Potter, which we're gonna go watch midnight. So I guess technically Thursday midnight. We'll be watching that. I'm excited. Kelsey's way more excited, but I'm excited. Yes. Baby stuff. Oh, I kind of already talked about the baby. I don't know when people usually start sending in. Oh, there's one present. I don't know when people usually start sending in presents and stuff, but we have like 4. That's all we've gotten so far in the last like 3 weeks. So, get a little worried because whatever people don't buy for us, the baby's not going to have because we can't afford to buy anything. We actually already have a car seat, so we're going to take the car seat back, which is $100. So that's good. But hopefully we get more stuff from people. I don't know how to be like, send stuff. You guys are waiting, but sometimes people wait till after the baby's born. I don't know why, because they know it's a boy. So whatever. Been watching Eureka. It's a sci-fi show. I don't imagine it would be up your alley if you didn't like Buffy and Angel and Doctor Who. It's kind of weird and quirky and silly like that, but I love it. Fully caught up on Netflix, and then had to download the latest season, so I'll be all caught up on that, which is cool. Speaking of Doctor Who, we got the official approval for season 2 of For the Win. We are going to be filming part of it at the Doctor Who convention here in Orlando, which is really exciting. I've been thinking a lot about season 2 of For the Win, and of the 6 episodes, I know 5 of the 6 themes. We're gonna do a Batman one, a Harry Potter, Doctor Who, Super Mario Brothers. I don't remember the 5th one right now, but whatever it is, that'll be it. So sweet. I went through all my list. There's a little part I went really, really fast because I was trying to get everything squeezed in. So cool. Hope all is well with all the crazy kids you have and stuff like that. But I will see you hopefully on Friday, and hopefully maybe by Friday I'll have at least an interview at a Starbucks. So fingers crossed. Bye bye.